Hello and welcome to The Whole Package by Premier Packaging. I am your host, Billy Watkins. You know, I get a lot of questions all the time about packaging, and I wish I could just answer them all at once. So in today's episode, we're going to be doing exactly that. We've kind of mashed up previous episodes and fun facts about packaging to help answer your questions, all in under 20 minutes. So we hope you enjoy. What's the most important thing for you once things are up and going? Once a project is, at least you've got the scope of it, you've got the information you need. What's the most important thing to move it to the next step from your experience?
Organizing and communication. You know, just understanding that you have everything organized, you have all your details together, and you're communicating the needs of what the customer wants and that timeline. You understand that, you can really hit the ground running.
Yeah, you have a diverse business experience. Obviously, you know, what have you brought that to Premier? You know, have you changed some of the things that we were doing before with what, you know, your experience was prior?
Part of what I had to do was learn my team, build trust with my team, earn their trust.
Yeah.
Then beyond that, it's looking for opportunities for them to explore, finding new companies to enter in, new products that we can offer. There's been some employee development opportunities which have been really fun. The tools that we have are pretty technical, and they take some reinforcement training. Mm-hmm. I happen to be pretty good in them. I was using them for years before, and they're relatively newer tools to Premier. So.
How many different machines are we talking about
Oh,
here?
man, we got, you know, mainly so far what I've been involved with is our primaries, flexos, die cutters,
Right.
gluers. You know, we do have specialty equipment. You know, there's the bagging machines and other things. I mean, primarily so far, I've only been doing this, what did I say, 2 weeks, something like that. Spent time in Indy, little time in Lebanon. So, you know, it's kind of I'm more of a resource. If it's not broke, I'm not there to fix it.
Right.
If you need help. If you need, like in Indy, you know, I'm working with a lot of operators that have been in the company only 6 months. It took me years to become an operator.
And we talked about this before offline. No matter how new a piece of equipment is and how automated it is and all the whiz bangs, I mean, really, it's still there's
people,
a huge
man.
training
Absolutely.
element with the people running it, right?
Yeah, and I was fortunate coming up in the business. I had people, you know, that'd been in the plant longer than I've been alive training me, and it was the long, slow way of coming up in a plant. Now, you know, Premier, I still consider it a relatively young company.
Yeah.
And, you know, we have some senior tenured employees, but we've got a lot of new people that are on critical machines, operators, you know, that push the speed buttons and make the adjustments and make decisions. And it's even at the supervisor level and all the way through the whole thing. And it's all training is what it boils down to me. And when somebody gets trained, they get confident. You know, and confidence in my world is a good thing. Like, if you feel good that you're making the right decision, then success.
Yeah. Or that you can get to the right
That's right.
answer, that you can.
That's right.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
when you get out there on the floor and there's a problem from jam ups to this to that, and you're with them and you're walking them through the troubleshooting steps, step by steps, and then you kind of see them do it, you start thinking, okay, you're getting it.
You've overseen a lot of system architecture and ERP implementations, enterprise resource planning. I got that one. They gave that one to me. They didn't do API. So how do you ensure smooth transitions when integrating these new systems into the existing architecture? Is it the biggest fear that you do, you know, you flip a switch and everything goes down?
That fear is always there, but no, I think there's no secret to it. The first thing we do is investigation. We do planning. We focus a lot on training and communication with everybody involved. And I think that is the key to success. You know, if people know what's going to happen,
Right.
they can react. And if you stick to the plan, you can be successful as well.
A lot of states and municipalities, and other countries, they're putting laws into effect about sustainable packaging. Is that are we seeing that have an impact on Premier?
Not as
Yet.
That's what I was going to say. Is
Right.
not yet. It will be coming. I think that it'll start to spread. I know Maine, I think, was one of the first ones to adopt it, where they were billing back to the packaging producers on the front end. But the other thing is we do manufacture other products aside from corrugated boxes, but the corrugated boxes are 100% curbside recyclable.
Right.
It has a lot to do with the push to get rid of plastics and move towards curbside recyclable items. I mean, another thing that's been popular this year to talk about is the forever plastics, right? The amount of plastic that's in the ocean and how it all ends up there. The
continent of garbage that is in the Pacific.
The big plumes floating around of plastic. So, I think we've positioned ourselves to be in a good spot with manufacturing paper products. So, there'll be changes because the big cost is the cost on these municipalities to actually do the recycling.
How does sustainability and that circular economy translate over into the solutions that we offer our partners?
There's a lot of different things that we help our customers with, and the companies that we partner with. From a sustainability standpoint, one of the big ones is efficiency. How can we be more efficient with the packaging that they're using and with their packaging processes, including the shipping of those things? So one of the big things we look at is, we call it cube utilization. So if you think about a truck as a cube, how can you fill that cube the most with the most product? So you end up having to send fewer of those cubes down the road. That uses less fuel, and that creates less pollution. So that's a great sustainability win, and usually a cost saving for our customers. So they like that too.
What do you think successful keys to being a good salesman? What would you say? What are some of the high notes?
I think that from beginning to end, it's all about relationship, meaning relationship with a customer, relationship with other people that you work with in different departments, being able to be present, answer the phone, return the emails. I think that there's just staying positive, being a listener, like you said, just making sure that you're always listening to what the customer is saying, and not listening, but really taking in account all the little details.
Premier has gotten awfully big. What's that mean for our purchasing power? Are we able to get good deals because of that?
Absolutely. We get great deals. And do we buy all we can with every buy? No. So do we have the ability to purchase large quantities? Yes. Do we purchase that large quantity every time? No.
Right.
There has to be that
there's a balance.
Yeah, balance between warehouse space, inventory, time. How long are you going to have this on the floor?
When does it make sense?
Yeah, you can save a lot of money if you buy 6 months worth. Yeah, but by the time you ship 6 months worth of inventory, you've got shrinkage and you've got investment and you've got warehouse space that you stole from somebody else, and you have to balance all that out. So sometimes the largest quantity isn't the best. We have to buy and keep within boundaries.
We employ 3 main machines in order to do our testing, various testing. We have a compression tester to see how much weight a package can sustain for being crushed. We have a drop tester to see how well the package will sustain various drops, and the vibration tester. So that simulates. My favorite. Yeah. The vibration tester allows us to simulate transportation over, freight, whether air or ground.
Yeah, being on a truck.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it's also very important, especially when you get into some of the ISTA specific tests. They have very specific parameters you have to follow and document.
They reduce drift, right, which means lost inventory. So if a picker goes to a certain location and they pull out the wrong item, it's easy for them to identify where to put it back to, right? Or if something gets found in another location, they can easily go back and say, okay, this should actually be 2 bins over or 2 levels over. So if you're just working with an open rack or an open shelf and you just have labels in front of them, you can see where it would be pretty easy for drift to happen, for things to either go from one location to the next, so on and so forth. And we just keep it simple. There's nothing complex about it. We just make sure that everything is easily identifiable. If they want drawers, we put drawers in there. If they don't, we'll put what we call lipless bins for like shoe boxes and stuff like that. But it's all about allowing them to maximize that space, easily identify where the location is, and allow the stores and pickers to be as efficient as possible.
Something that Premier does, offers our customers and are darn good at doing, cut and weigh tests.
Correct. So cut and weigh testing of a stretch film on a load has multiple benefits. One, it can remove costs out of the product in the terms of the transportation network and the lane of that, because all those costs get rolled into the cost of any product. The transportation costs are always rolled in. We can remove that. And then again, with the new technologies in plastics that are coming forward and in the films, some of the different characteristics of how the material is being used and how it's manufacturing, whether it's a cast or a blown film, can really impact, based on the load types, have a huge environmental impact.
It's amazing. I've been doing this stuff a long time.
Yep.
When you first got a mailer, it basically just had like a return address on it in one color, and nobody really wanted to print it. Now, today it's a billboard.
Right.
Really, with the way people are printing these things, it's all about the branding and making it visible.
From those beginning days to coming back, you've experienced Premier's rapid growth and success firsthand. What do you attribute it to from your eyes? How have we gotten here?
Yeah, good question. I think I attribute it mostly to not only the people, right? There's a lot of good people. Everybody says that, I understand it, but there's a lot of people that grind it out. They understand that any given day they may be asked to sweep the floor, or they may be asked to make a serious company decision, and it's those people that are still here today that continue to do whatever it takes to help move Premier forward. That's first and foremost. But the second thing is I think it's the way we approach our customers and the way we approach being a solution based and really listening to their needs and attacking that, right, and ensuring that we get our customers the best solutions as possible.
Well, we hope this helped answer some of your packaging questions or fortify the knowledge that you already had about the packaging industry. Either way, thank you for joining us. And until next time, I'm Billy Watkins for The Whole Package by Premier Packaging. Bye-bye.
Do you have comments, questions, or ideas about this topic? If so, we'd like to hear from you. Please visit primpack.com/podcast to let us know what you think. Thanks.